What is up, everyone? Welcome to the first episode of Billion Dollar Athlete. I'm here with my boy Swervo. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
My name is Gervin. People be calling me Swervo, and I'm just getting into bodybuilding, trying to, win the Olympia and everything like that. So I am.
So, talk about like what your day looks like. Like, what are
I
you doing in
mean,
training wise, like to accomplish your goals? And obviously, you're the most jacked guy I know. So, like, talk about how you got to where you are now and everything that went into it.
the whole reason why I like started lifting literally was just to get bigger for soccer. Like my freshman sophomore year, I played soccer, and I was like
Right.
9 and 12. So like I used to get bodied off the ball like
So
real easy.
you were just super little. I never knew you were little.
Yeah, so it was just like that's the whole reason why I started lifting in high school in general. And then eventually I got bored with soccer, so I stopped. So after that,
And
I
then
kept
lifting
pushing.
just became the passion.
Yeah, I didn't really get serious with it till like this year, but like I just fell in love with lifting in general, going on YouTube, just looking up like
Absolutely.
how
It's
to get bigger
addicting.
totals.
Just learning. It's just a way to better yourself every single day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I fell in love with it, and then just recently this year I got a coach because I realized I wanted to eventually get myself to start competing, but I need someone to give me the workouts, nutrition, and everything like that. So my day to days it's kind of regular. Like I get up, I have classes, so certain days like I'll be in the morning, I'll be on Zoom, eating my breakfast and stuff during then, and then after that I'll just go to the gym right after. So usually I'm in the gym probably anywhere between like 12:30, 1 o'clock every day. Work out for like 2 hours, do whatever cardio I may have that
And
day.
that's pretty much every day.
Pretty much every day. Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
routine,
Do
eating the
you
same
think
foods.
lifting makes a big difference? If you're an athlete now and you don't lift and you're thinking about starting lifting, do you think lifting can play a huge difference in an athlete's game?
Oh yeah, just I'll remember like even when I first started lifting that first summer when I played soccer, I my cardio went up dramatically. I got way
Right.
faster just because of the strength of my legs, and then I had a lot
Just
more
from the
resistance
explosive
running.
lifts
Yeah,
to help with
exactly.
speed.
I never really did like power cleans or anything like that, but even like things like deadlift and squatting and stuff like that, those are really great to help my performance and everything like that.
So obviously today I did a workout to work on push-ups with the tricep workouts and pull-ups with all the pulling motions I did. And that's a workout pretty much made by you. Some things I added at the end and in between the middle, but it was very much made by you. And it's a good workout. I'm about to post that up on the gram for you guys to all check out. Kind of talk about like what goes into when you're making a workout plans, like the details. So today was upper back triceps.
So honestly, with anything that I'm doing, it's first like with any growing any muscle group, it really just starts with your intensity. Like
Right.
you got to really find the mind muscle connection. You want to feel the muscles. That's why like when you're training, form is important because a lot of people go in the gym, they just be ego lifting, just trying to push the weight, show that they can lift as much as possible, train for strength. But just because you're strong doesn't necessarily translate to size and performance. You know what I mean?
So
Versus
once
like
you drop
regular.
ego, I find once I dropped ego lifting, like my sophomore year in high school, I started making some serious gains my junior year in high school. When you drop to those
100%.
baby weights and you work on your form and perfecting everything, and I think that's where a lot of athletes struggle now. You know, they go into the gym by themselves thinking they know what they're doing. And they like you said, like, look at all you know here, like helping me out and helping other athletes out. And look at all that I know. And like, I still reach out every day and get help from others. Like, I feel like kids go in and try to do it themselves and they have no idea what they're doing because it's a million times more complicated than you think.
Yeah, that's why I think form plays a really big role in it. It even took me couple years to really get everything. Just
Right.
like anytime you're in the gym, you see someone bigger than you, go up to them, ask them,
Yeah. And
like,
pick their brain. It's the
exactly.
best advice you can give.
That's what I was doing all my years, and so I was able to pick up a lot of things. Exactly. Just learn from everybody else. Like you can always learn more. No matter how big or how experienced you think you are, there's always something else you can learn from someone else. So don't be afraid to go up to ask. Like you see someone, like for you, Jack, you seen someone that you thought had really big arms. Go up to them, and be like, hey, what were some staple workouts that worked for you over the years to get you this body part up? You know what I
You
mean?
throwing a quick attack on my little arms, huh?
I mean, I'm just
You
saying. I'm
fool.
just
That's just
saying.
because you got bone. You think you're all cocky because you got bone
Nah,
balls as arms. Kind of talk about what goes into bulking. How much do you really eat? What is the eating like?
Right now, so it's really 5 meals a day. Now my coach just kind of gives me a straight up meal plan. Like I don't really count
You lift at a
macros.
certain time every day. Like, is the same time? Like, you wake up, work
I
out,
mean, I kind of
sleep.
just,
Like, everything has to be kind of in routine. You know?
yeah, I like to have everything in the routine. Like you have to just understand, like I put the gym in at the best moment for any day. Like you got to create a schedule because if you just go in there unorganized, you don't know what you're gonna hit that day or what your goals are, what you're trying to achieve,
You're
or
gonna
you
get
know
no results. You're just wasting your time. You know what I
exactly
mean?
because your
I
head,
feel
you're
like
not
the gym's
focused.
just a progressive thing. You know, when we talk about progressive overload, that's kind of just what the gym is. You need a plan. Plans work. If you kind of just go in there and wing it, like, oh, I'm going to do some arms today. I'm going to go. What do I do after this exercise? Like, you got to
And
know
that's
what you're
also
doing.
like whatever, like for anyone, like a quick advice I could give is like whatever program you may have, like write it down. And then like once you write it down and then you try it down for like let's say the first week of the workouts, you can like you know your body. Like if there's something that if you have an angle that you're trying to achieve and you worked out the body, especially when you understand the mind muscle connection, you can do what Jack did with my exercises and just like add in a couple of exercises that you may feel will work for your body that can help make this little bit more intense. You know what I mean? So always write down your workout so you can visibly see it, and you'll get fun with that too.
Yeah, the whole point of this account and this whole thing that I'm starting is to take advice to make your own plan to how to get. So like let's say like you're a young athlete, you're a young lacrosse player and you want to take your goals, you want to play Division 1 lacrosse. And you come to my site and you know you're making your own plan. You take some things from you're an influencer in your own ways and you take some things from other people I'm going to post and you kind of got to make your own plan and put it on paper on how you were going to achieve because there's going to be a million different steps and from where you are now into that division one lacrosse player and you know the more knowledge you have going into making your plan to get there the more likely you're going to be successful in developing as an athlete and in the weight room you know and that's what goes into it when you talk about your plan on how you need a plan to get results just winging it doesn't work you know basically that was a lot but I'm basically just saying you can't wing it does not
Nah,
work
100%, 100%. You gotta know what you're doing.
have to.
For sure.
All right, bro. Talk about like what do you eat? What are some protein
I
suggestions you
mean,
have?
honestly, fish and ground turkey have been my favorite. Like I was dabbling around with chicken for a lot too, but to be honest, I just feel like, cause I think this is a personal thing, but I think my body's just responded well to like salmon and like ground turkey, like
Yeah,
99, you
I've
know?
heard that before. People like respond better to fish meat rather than animal meat. Like
Yeah.
athletes and stuff, like feels a little better in their body and their digestive system.
I think it just goes down a lot better. It's good to get the fish oils too for your, your joints. I mean, if you could take a fish oil supplement too, that's really good because you got your body, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
little things like that.
absolutely.
I mean, I take in like regular protein isolate, you know what I mean? So I take like 2 scoops in the morning and then 2 scoops directly after my workout. And I'm probably getting a little bit of protein too after with my cereal. My coach has me eating Honey Nut Cheerios
Honey Nut
after my
Cheerios, the new gas,
five.
bro.
Go crazy. They go crazy. But yeah, it's really about it. I mean, I
What
do
supplements
eggs
are you taking, brother?
right now. I'm
Kind
really
of
just
pushing
taking
you through a bulk. Talk about the
uh
difference between your bulk and your cut supplements and just regular supplements you think athletes
to be
should be
honest,
taking.
yeah, I've been asked that a lot. They've stayed the same actually. I mean, the only things that I've been taking is really just protein, a pre-workout. I take a pump amplifier as well, and
Okay.
I put pink Himalayan salt in my pre-workout.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've never actually
Yeah,
tried that, but I Snapchat this girl that actually does that. She says like the pump is ridiculous. You gotta
retarded, like literally, it's crazy.
watch
And
our
like
language.
it makes my veins pop out and everything like that. It's
Right.
fire. And then
Um
let's see, what were you gonna say?
nah, you keep going, brother.
Okay,
It keeps
okay,
cutting
my
out
fault.
like it's like 5 seconds late. You know, just keep it zoom.
No, cap. But yeah. After that, I take so I said creatine. I take a regular pre-workout, pump amplifier, pink Himalayan salt. That's all my pre-workout. And then I'll take
And then you just do
EAAs.
protein powder.
Yeah, protein powder and amino acids. I drink that during my workout, just to kind of help replenish my body, help with protein synthesis and recovery and stuff like that.
And you
After
recommend
that,
taking all of this just to like an athlete? Like, would you recommend taking all these supplements to me? Like,
100% pre-workout's not essentially
I don't
necessary.
think
It's
it.
really
I
up to you.
actually use Oh my god, what do I use? I use the vitamin waters that have caffeine in them, and I switch between those and Celsius because I find those are a little bit more healthy sources of caffeine on your digestive system. I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, to be honest, if you can stay away from the caffeine, stay away.
Yeah, caffeine's
Like
dangerous.
if you can get like a non-stint pre-workout, and then just really, because you really just want to focus on the blood flow, getting as much blood to the muscle, and getting a good pump. So even just like a non-stint pre-workout, you take like a pump amplifier, and you use the salt. I think that'll work for you. I
I
mean,
found nothing but I'm a little bit of a caffeine addict. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah,
I found nothing but bad results with caffeine, and I'm nothing just but I feel like I need it to go work out, and I can't get myself out of the slump. But I know tomorrow I'm gonna throw down some caffeine before my leg day because I
yeah,
got
100%.
deadlift.
Like
I'm deadlifting 500 pounds tomorrow. I'm obviously gonna throw back 400 milligrams caffeine.
straight
I can't help
bar,
myself.
straight bar, or trap bar.
Oh, you know I straight bar it nowadays. I used to be a huge trap bar guy back in like early high school days, but now I love the challenge of the straight. The long arms are like cheat code for me. Long
I
arms
bet
are
I
like
want to see
cheat
it.
code.
Send me that.
Dude, I throw that up. I'm 500 club on that straight bar deadlift.
Okay, where?
Yeah,
What?
I pop my knee out of my socket doing it. Sorry.
Okay, where? I like that.
All right, bro. So any other type of what do you feel about like protein? When?
Um,
What's your eating schedule for your 5 meals? How are they spread out? How do you recommend athletes eat? Like before the gym, like how long do you eat before? What do you eat before and what do you eat after?
so definitely when you first wake up, get your breakfast in. Like that's gonna start your day. You know what I
For
mean?
real.
And then if you should definitely have a pre-workout meal. I say you eat that about an hour before your workout.
Yeah,
'Cause,
kind of get
usually,
protein in there, but you don't want to feel like fat, you know?
yeah, and you
Like
wanna
full.
carb up like too. You wanna make sure you're getting carbs in that pre-workout meal. Like for me, before I go in the gym, I'm usually getting a banana and like 4 rice cakes. I mean, now that
Full
I'm
rice
working,
cakes.
it's six. Now it's six, so it's up now. Just
And that's
downhill in
on
both.
the way to the gym?
Like 30 minutes before, relatively 30 minutes to an hour.
Right, bro. I usually grab a banana like right before on the way to the gym and like have caffeine right after it. And like
Yeah, I
usually
did the
I'll do some pasta like an hour before. Like I definitely agree that like your workouts, if you're really trying to challenge yourself in the gym and get better, like you need to fuel yourself before.
yeah, and it's what you put in before and after. You know what I mean? Like even
Right.
like my coach really prioritizes like the meal that you get right after because of the anabolic window. Now I know a lot of people believe in that or not. It's like when you have like a 30-minute to an hour window to get like all the nutrients you need to really help like
And do
your
you believe
body.
in the anabolic window?
I don't really know how I feel about it. I feel like I definitely feel like recently I've been
I feel
doing
like
it
it
right
can't
at.
hurt, man.
Yeah, I try. I feel like it's more of a mental thing at this point. I don't really think that I've seen any big differences, but I definitely feel better when I eat right after, get my protein in right after.
Get it in right away. I feel that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
not gonna lie, I usually get home from the gym, I'll walk back from the campus gym and I'll get to the apartment and like I'll throw back a protein shake and then wait about 30 minutes, 40 minutes to eat and like maybe I'm missing that anabolic window and I should start eating earlier.
I mean, if you're gonna have your protein, you might as well just eat
Yeah,
with
right?
it.
I might just be
Um,
chilling, right?
yeah,
Absolutely. All right, brother. Any last comments before we wrap up here?
yeah, drink your water. You know what
Drink
I
your
mean?
water,
And the biggest thing is really
8 hours
diet.
of sleep,
Yeah,
dieting.
get just your food.
I mean,
Like
if you
I
want to
think
see
food is,
results, I think the bottom line here is you really need to stick to a plan.
yeah,
And that's a plan with eating, that's a plan with sleeping, that's a plan with nutrition. You got to train hard, take the right supplements. Like, you want to look the right way. Like, that's just all the steps that got to be taken. And like, obviously there's days off, but there's not a week off in the month, like to
yeah,
go do whatever you
discipline
want.
and
Like, this is a
consistency.
plan. Like, the system works. There's no way around the system. You can't go from A to C. You got to stop at B, and B is the
Yeah.
whole process. So that's basically the lesson we're trying to get through today. I'll post a workout for you guys to check out. definitely check out Swerve on Instagram. He's going to be posting some cool stuff in the future, and I'll post some sick lifting videos that he's throwing up. This guy's jacked. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
All
Thank you,
right,
brother.
man.
Appreciate you.
For sure. Be easy.